what's up, y'all? Welcome to Snatch Chat, where I'm here to help you lose fat, but not your mind. I'm Tiffany, certified personal trainer, nutrition specialist, and your body snatcher. And today we are going to talk about 3 specific kind of goals that you should be setting in addition to your results goal. So most of us is going to be weight loss or toning our bodies, and those goals are great, but there are 3 specific ones that I believe will get you to that goal faster. Okay, so I'm going to talk about that today. But before we do, make sure you go to the description and get your Snatch Starter Kit. It is a free kit that I put together just for you. Okay, it links to a few of the workouts here, but it also has some other nutrition and habit secret sauce in there. Okay, so a really helpful kit. Make sure you get that. It's just a gift. Okay, completely free, no strings attached. So definitely check that out, and also like the video if you find this information useful. It really is appreciated and it helps a whole lot. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. So first, I want to just reiterate what I said. Okay, weight goals are fine. All right, I will say, first of all, just to get it out the way, that slow is better than fast. I know with weight loss that we do always want to, get the results as fast as possible, but I do want to just go ahead and just start the conversation by saying that you should be losing 1 to 2 pounds a week. That is the standard for safe weight loss, and it's the standard for weight loss that actually will stay off. And the reason for that is because people who lose the weight that way, it's usually a sign that they are changing habits as opposed to doing something dramatic that they're not going to be able to stick with long term. So we'll just go ahead and get that out the way. So not saying that you shouldn't set a weight goal, you definitely should. And some people is actually, they do the opposite. They're so, freaked out and, pressured by the scale that they try to, ignore the scale altogether. I particularly do not like that method. I believe that data is data and that it does lend to helping you. So I think it's more healthy to weigh yourself frequently, but to get to a point where you can look at the numbers and not be completely like overwhelmed if you're going up and down and up and down. But that's a whole nother conversation. Maybe I'll go into that in another video all by itself. But I did want to go ahead and say that because I don't want to come off that, setting a weight goal or having goals that involve numbers are not important, because they definitely are. Okay. And then the second thing I would say to add on to that is you definitely should be taking progress photos. I think that this is the best thing that you can do. A lot of times weight does not tell the whole story. So by taking photos, you get a much clearer idea of what is really going on with your body. So just getting those things out the way. Okay, but now that I did, let's go ahead and get into these 3 things. So basically, this is how I goal set for all my clients. Okay, instead of it being like, we're just going to do 2 pounds, like we're going to try to lose 2 pounds a week. Okay, I set 3 specific goals in addition to the results goal. So this is what it is. Nothing super groundbreaking, but as a whole, picture, it really helps with the fitness scope. Okay, so the first one is active. Okay, so well, let me just break it. Let me just tell you what they are. Okay, because I think that would be better in explaining them. So what I do is I do an active goal, I do a nutrition goal, and I do a mental goal. Okay, and then those are the 3 that lend to the 4th, which is the results goal. Okay, so first, the active goal. So the active goal is, of course, going to be your workouts and what you plan for yourself on the activity side. So if you're one of those people that is just getting started, of course, your goal may be to just start and do like 2 strength trainings a week to start, just to see how your body feels, and then maybe 1 cardio or something like that. It could be more specific if you are, trying to increase strength or up your weight, or anything like that. So with all three of these, you can be vague or you can be very specific. I do have a whole video on SMART goals and how to do goals the best way. So I will definitely link that one so you can get a better understanding of what your goals should be. But your goal should be as specific as possible. So saying I'm going to work out 2 times a week and I'm going to go running 1 time a week. That's a very specific goal because you're actually giving a number and you're actually saying what the goal is, right? That would be an example. If you were saying, if you were, say you were trying to increase your plank time. If you're doing, say you're doing 20 seconds is what you can do right now. You could say my goal is to do, 25 seconds of a plank, okay, and be able to master that in a month. And you also should pick your time frame. So you can do this on a weekly basis, you can do this on a monthly basis, whatever you want. So the first thing is active. The second one is nutrition. So this one can also be a week, a month, whatever you want. I like more so weekly goals when it comes to nutrition because nutrition can be adjusted as you go. And I feel like, you can make the changes very quickly. I say it often that nutrition is one of those things where you kind of can save time. So with activity, you have to actually do the work and it's a time, it takes away time from you, while doing something on the food side, you're just taking away time because all you have to do is not eat the thing, right? So it kind of works the same way with the goal setting. So if your goal is to drink more water, you could probably increase that week to week instead of month to month. Like you don't have to spend a whole month, drinking 8 ounces of water. If you're at 8 ounces of water, you can add another 8 ounces and say, I'm going to push to drink 16 ounces for a week or two. And then if once you master that, then you can say, okay, I'm going to go to 24. Same with food deduction. Say that you're eating a certain food every single day, and then you decide, what, I need to really cut back on this food. You can say the first week, my nutrition goal is to not eat chips every single day. Maybe you start with, okay, I'm just going to eat them 5 days a week, but there's 2 days that I just absolutely cannot have chips, stuff like that. And then the next week you can say, what, 5 was okay. It might take 2 weeks, but once you hit that 5 easily and you're not struggling with it, you can say 4 days. So nutrition goal is the second one. And then the third one is the mental goal, which actually is not talked about enough in my opinion. But fitness is a mental game. So you should be up on your mental game as much as you are on your nutrition and your workouts. And this is personally, I think this is why most people cannot get to where they need to be, because they are not doing the work on their mind. And I do talk about this sometimes in other videos. It could be something as simple as just having roadblocks and being one of those people that's never actually had to be accountable for things. So it's really hard to push through that, to things as serious as trauma. Okay, and not being able to get past certain things from your past, things that have trickled down to, having you have a different self-esteem that isn't serving you and things like that. So it can be on the semi lighter side. I don't find any of it light, but just being like what you would be called self-lazy is a little different than dealing with like childhood trauma, right? So those things are to be taken into account. So I believe that every week, every day, whatever, you should be doing something that challenges your mind or puts you in a better state of mind. So this would be where things like meditation comes in. That's one of my favorites to recommend, that and affirmations. Okay, so a lot of times I will say affirmations and mantras are one of the ways, and to have one or to change them every day. Me specifically, I wasn't really going to go into this, but every day I go through mantras and I repeat them every day. And you know, I have a whole morning ritual. I even think I've mentioned that. There's a gnat in here. I'm not editing this video, so don't be talking about me. There's a gnat in here and it's really irritating, okay? So if you saw it, I'm just calling it out before somebody else tries to say something about it. It's just irritating, but you know, I talk on a whim, honey. I'm not taking it out or nothing, okay? There's a gnat in here and I said what I said about it, okay? But anyways, so yes, back to affirmations. So I do a morning ritual. I do affirmations. I have a whole long morning ritual. So I won't get into all of that, but affirmations are one of the biggest parts of it, and meditation. Those two are like non-negotiables for me. But I do recommend that you implement some kind of, you know, mental cleansing routine, and that you add that to your fitness routine as well. So that is it. Very straightforward. So recap, activity. So active goals should be something that's very accountability friendly, something very specific. It should have a number tied to it, all of that. Nutrition can be something, I call it either an elimination thing where you say, you know, I'm going to stop eating this thing, or it can be an addition action, like I'm going to drink more water, I'm going to eat more fruit, stuff like that. And then third would be the mentality goal. So am I going to start meditating? Am I going to find affirmations? Also reading like self-help books and things that are going to uplift you can be put in that category as well. So hope you found all of that helpful. If you're interested in any of this stuff, I do mention a lot of this stuff in a lot of my products and my plans, my programs. So definitely check those out at the bottom. Till next time, eat well, drink well, take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and I will see you soon.